Hello Pisces and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. The Sword 2, Venus Libra has come out. Two of Swords, there is a decision to be made here and there may be a little bit of hesitation about stepping into this, maybe indecision, two sides, you've got two different voices happening inside your head. So yes, let's find out a little bit more about this, Pisces. So this reading is for Pisces Sun, Moon and Rising. I always recommend watch all three of your readings, or if you know all of your placements, to get the fuller picture of what's going on for you. And Pisces, this is a general reading. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, there is an extended reading. The link for that is in the description box below. Holy moly. My goodness, Pisces, what has come out for you here? This reading is also for November the 1st through to the 15th. So we are in your fellow water sign, Scorpio. We've got Three of Swords, 110, Uranus, Libra, Sun, Sagittarius, and the Devil card. My goodness, Saturn, Capricorn, Mars. Wow. Okay. This decision is intense and we're seeing that happening in Scorpio season. You are being asked to let go of something that is an old wound that has become burdensome for you. And the question is, do you want to stay in the old energy where you could be feeling very stuck, very bound, you've said too much or you've agreed to too much, it was a bad decision, a bad negative habit, whatever it is, or do you want to release it? And there's a lot of darkness here, Pisces. There's a lot of murky energy around this, but it does require, it requires some courage to step into this. Your intuition's probably telling you you've stayed with something for way too long, but there's a part in your voice that's saying, but that's what I know and that's what I've always lived with, and I don't know if I can heal this, or I don't know how to do it, or, you know, what's the alternative. I can't necessarily see or feel the alternative. So, wow, okay. Yeah, the thing with this Scorpio energy that we're in is it just shows you the profound truth of a situation, and this is what it's done. It said, if you want to get out of this, this is how it's affecting you. And so it's showing you the truth of it. But it's still hard. It's still a hard thing to do. It's still a hard decision to make. So, I mean, the devil energy can represent things like indulgences, addictions, bad habits. It can be debt. It's something that maybe you've said yes to and you feel like you can't say no anymore, or you can't see a way out. So let's see. Ace of Pentacles, this is the new energy coming through that's calling you here, crossed by the world. It's hard to find. I mean, the devil can be working too hard as well. The 110 is there's an exhaustion with this. It's like something has drained you. And even the fact that maybe you're staying in this is, if you stay in this energy for too much longer, it's going to have some very, very negative effects here. But yeah, it's something not completing, a cycle not completing here. Three of Wands, wanting some positive results. Seven of Wands, wanting to get yourself in a better position. Justice card, yep, looking at a contract that perhaps you are, it's either a hard task master, it's making you work really hard or do something exactly to the book, and really pushing you to complete this, but it's also asking about your commitment. It's a contract that perhaps you're wanting to get out of here. The Five of Wands says conflict in the near future. The Hermit card, this is you. The Tower card. So, yeah, I mean, this is energy is needed. I wouldn't be scared of that. I'm actually really glad the Tower turned up because this is where you can break free of this. The Fool card, yeah, I mean, there's the new beckoning here. There is stepping into the new. There's the Ace of Pentacles and the Fool. So it's like, I mean, really, there is this choice to step into this. What's your intuition saying? The Six of Cups. And I want to pull another card to go with this. The Three of Pentacles. Okay. And at the base, the Four of Swords. Gosh, there is a lot going on here for you, Pisces, and it's really, really intense, and it's just, something's trying to break through to the other side. This Ace of Pentacles here, you can see this is a solid new opportunity. This could be a new job. It could be a new form of making money. It could be, you know, starting your own business or starting up something that could be making money. It can be a new health regime. It could be a new home, anything on that resource level that you really need. And it feels like a really good, solid new opportunity here. It is crossed by the World card. I mean, we can see a new path opening up here, and it's like, how does this feel? This idea is really grounding in, but how does it feel? That's a real important thing to be thinking, visualizing the 5 senses. If you could imagine yourself there, how would it smell? How does it feel? What can you hear when you're thinking about what this Ace of Pentacles, that I think you will know what this is, because it's the decision to step into it is really right in front of you, and really look at where this energy of the feeling really stuck and feeling exhausted and feeling like you're constantly being triggered. A wound is constantly being triggered. So this is where this new energy is wanting to come in and lift you up out of that. Crossed by the world. The world is completion, feeling liberated from a cycle, feeling like that's not happening at this moment, or impossible even, feeling like something is never going to end and complete. So it's this very... yeah, it can feel like quite a frustrating or even dark place to be in. Or just, this is where, you know, we all have this. We all live with this. This is not like something really major, like bad that's come up and you go, oh my gosh, is this something really negative happening? All it's doing is pulling something from the depth and showing you this and going, this is operating in your life. This is having this impact on your life. So it's actually a really good thing that it's come up to be looked at. And we have in your conscious mind, the Three of Wands. This is a sense of there could be some waiting for some positive results. It's a sense of something might feel out of your hands at this moment in time. It's like really wanting to hear some good news or get some positive results coming back here. With this Three of Wands, this is the card of initial success coming in. But there's a sense of just having to wait, and there's something that there's nothing more you can do at this moment rather than wait for to see what comes back in. So it's actually, it is a successful energy, but it's a sense of just understanding you've done what you can right now, and you need to see what comes back now. In the base, deep down energy, you got the Seven of Wands, and this is where you're gaining in strength. This is where your motivation to step into this Ace of Pentacles is growing. You're getting yourself in a better position. So this is where you're leveling up and you're breaking free of this. So whether the devil's like you're at this pay level and you want to get a promotion up here, or you've been at this level with your health, you want to be getting up there, or you're feeling like this within a relationship, you want to be getting yourself feeling stronger, in a stronger and better position where you can defend yourself. It's actually quite a defensive energy, this Seven of Wands, and I feel like you needing to strengthen your defenses here against this energy here that is like trying to drag you down. So in the recent past, we have the Justice card. This is a contract that has come up with the devil energy that's either to be renewed, or it's ended, or it's something to be looked at. It feels like it's gone on for too long. There is a new contract next to this Ace of Pentacles as well. So there's something, like I said, new to be broken through. And I feel like this Justice energy is bringing up a sense of looking at the finer details of the contracts that we've agreed to in this life. And this can be, you know, you've promised something, you've agreed to something, you've agreed to a responsibility or to follow something through, or perhaps it really is a legal contract. It could be a job. Maybe you've stayed in this for too long. Maybe it's some kind of, you know, contract with like a credit card company or a debt of some sort. However it comes up, it's really saying it's time to restack the balance in the other way if this has gone the other direction. So the Justice energy is coming in, this impartial energy of wanting to bring in fairness. And both of this, the Justice and the Venus, the Sword, two cards of Libra. And both of those cards want to restore balance. And both of them have the swords here. Something inside your mind is very, very out of balance. And the Justice card holds the sword of truth and wisdom. So that's being shown to you very clearly. And then it's like, well, what do you want to decide? There could be a decision being handed down here that feels out of your control as well. That could be part of what's going on with this as well. So we have in the near future a little bit of conflict with this Five of Wands and the Ten of Wands and the Three of Swords. It's a little bit like there could be feuding parties. There could be arguments amongst people. It could be you fighting with your own desire to do this. There's a motivation to step into something, but there's the two sides, kind of an internal conflict. So yeah, I do feel like this is where you're kind of battling, stepping into it, but I actually see that you do manage to do this, but it's a process. You're presenting as the Hermit card, which is where the need to retreat. It's kind of interesting because the Seven of Wands is also a card of retreating, but finding a stronger position. And the same with the Hermit energy. It's going very deep within and finding those answers and very much looking for that internal wisdom. You've been shown this very clearly through this Justice card, and it's really connecting with that and listening to those words of wisdom inside of you. So this is where you might need to distance yourself from something. There is a sense of being distant or apart from some of these energies here, or wanting to. So that's I think that's actually a good place for you to actually get some time out, or to remove yourself from a situation or distance from whatever this is, to be able to get some clarity. So the energy surrounding you, you've got the Tower, and this is where there could be people having all sorts of meltdowns. People could be having their Tower moments. People could be, there could be all sorts of outbursts, unexpected changes. The Tower card just shakes a lot of things up. Everything's being shaken up at this moment in time. And I do see that it's creating sort of a bit of turmoil and conflict. But in a way, what the Tower is showing you, there's these flashes of insight that are coming with this, in that this is something around you has been built on a foundation that is a square building, and you have a round crown. It no longer fits. Something no longer fits you anymore. It is not built on any good foundations. It's time to let this go. And so this is coming in very clearly. And the interesting thing with the Tower is these two characters are falling. And it's a sense of, again, like that Three of Wands energy of just letting something go, and for that pure moment having faith that it's going to land and be okay. And that's kind of part of that moment is actually quite special, actually. I'm kind of getting that this moment is where you can just see these amazing insights of knowledge, realization, and there's actually, it's kind of like the eye of the storm, even though it can actually feel quite calm for some of you. For others, it can feel like, oh my gosh, what's happening? But I feel like ultimately there's this real surge to get above this. And so we have as hopes and fears the Fool card. So the Tower card could also be in the energy surrounding you, changes to routine, having to change things around, unexpected changes to routine. And ultimately the Tower card is, at the time it can feel like chaos. It can feel like this is not beneficial to you. But the thing is, it does. It changes and mixes things up. It's activated change to free you from a situation that no longer is in your best interests. And that's what it's doing here. And that's why I like it, because we can see these cards up the top here. So, and where everything lands usually with the Tower card, it's usually actually a benefic energy. It really is doing good. And you've just got to wait for the dust to settle to go, oh, okay, that was quite unexpected. But, where I've landed is actually better than where I was. I've managed to get myself out of there. So that's actually really good. And that's why we have of the hopes and fears, the Fool card. And this is also, hope, wanting to step into the new. The Fool travels light, start something new. Without the darkness that's here, the heaviness that's here, the baggage perhaps. But the Fool card yeah, it's also scared, like with that Two of Swords, it can be a fear. It's scared of stepping into something new because it does feel slightly like it's, there's something here that feels like you don't quite have control over it. You have to leave it up to fate. So that's also partly scary, but there's a lot of Uranus around. There's a lot of Uranus versus Capricorn energy. It's like the energy of the old versus the energy of the new liberator, and the old rules, restrictions, structures, this is how it should be versus boom, I'm bringing you and lifting you out of that energy. So it really is, you might start seeing those themes in your life as well, old versus new, however that plays out, because that really seems to be a real theme. And there's these helpful energies around. It's mostly a lot of Libra energy around, which is actually, if you have any Librans around, these are the sort of people that can help smooth out situations or just be really like some communication, some nice words that can really help you. So wise counsel. We have as the outcome the Six of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. So this is where everything lands and you're like, oh my goodness, okay. This is feeling a lot better. And what it's doing is bringing you back to an energy from the past, a memory from the past, where you were really appreciated for something, for a skill and ability, where you have actually created. Yeah, and so what it's showing you, now, is that you have reached a level of mastery with something that can now be used and wants to be utilized in this world. So however that plays out, that can be so many different things. And this energy from the past is reminding you of that, reminding you of where you are now. So you kind of, a memory from the past is coming back, or someone from the past or something from the past is coming back to show you exactly how skilled you are now. And so that's why I feel like you're being called to bring this level of mastery into a different arena, into this Ace of Pentacles. So this is where you could be, making money out of some kind of skill. The Three of Pentacles can also mean that you are working. There's a new collaboration coming in that is coming in to be part of this Ace of Pentacles that's wanting to birth here. So this is where the helpful people come to you. This is where there's realizations of what it is, what value you have, and what there is you have to offer in the world. And this brings you right into the present, where it feels like maybe you couldn't see something, or it was hard to step into, or this was something that was forgotten. But it becomes really clear that this is what I have, and I have a value, and I've got this valuable thing to offer. So, yeah, I mean, it brings you to a very different place. And like I said, it's very present. And I feel like there's a huge, almost enlightening realization going on about your value. And so this is where you may not have felt that before in this old energy, and now other new things seem possible. Something seems possible. So that actually feels really, really good for you, Pisces. And we have as the base the Four of Swords. So this is where you just might need a little bit of a rest. You might need to take some time out. This is where you're getting your head straight, your thoughts straight, the stories that you've been told straight. This can represent a mindset shift. This can just be some recovery from conflict, because the sword, we see you've got the Three of Swords there, a little bit of conflict in the near future. The Three of Swords have been laid up on the wall, put to rest for the moment, while this figure is taking a break and looking at what's going on, seeing the picture through a different eyes or a different way. So, this can represent meditation. It can represent contemplation. It can represent the Hermit card, just withdrawing, retreating, taking some time out to gather your strength, your energy, and your thoughts. So this feels really important, because this feels like a very strong line of defense against this. It's kind of like, there's two battle lines are drawn. This energy, which is the positive moving forward, and this energy, which is kind of like the stuck old energy. And it's kind of like, both of them are like, this energy is going to eventually win out, the stronger energy, but it is a bit of a war of the battle of wills and warring energies here. So it's kind of interesting, and it is intense. I have to say that it is an intense energy, but I feel like if you can get over this and get to the other side and get to that Six of Cups, which does represent, it is something from your inner child or your past that's coming back to you here and really wanting you to feel good about yourself in a certain way and see that so that you can pull yourself out of this energy, then that's going to be a really beautiful and enriching and rewarding experience. It says, I'm willing to let go. I release others to experience whatever is meaningful to them, and I'm free to create that which is meaningful to me. And that's kind of interesting because I feel like with this devil energy, it's like maybe it could be something to do with boundaries, taking on someone else's stuff too much or feeling overburdened by responsibility. And this is where you really have to come back to yourself. So yeah, it feels really powerful and potent, and very empowering energy. So let's see. Let's pull a charm for you, Pisces. We have the peace symbol, I'm pretty sure, is what we have here for you. Yeah, the peace symbol. Beautiful. Choose peace. Absolutely. And I kind of always get with this standing on your own 2 feet as well. And that's part of that drawing a clear boundary. They're showing me draw a circle around what's yours and what you want to bring in and where you see all the good stuff, this Ace of Pentacles, this solid new opportunity that's coming through. Draw a circle, put everything inside that circle that the Ace of Pentacles represents, this new energy that's birthing here, this new idea grounding in, and then put everything else outside the circle that is related to either somebody else or this devil energy, the 10 of Wands, with this expectation, the energies that draining you. And then that will help you really start to decipher what's yours, what's something else's, and what you want to let go of. That's kind of what I've been shown. And you can even start drawing little segments as well, dividing it up and just go for it, however that works. So, I mean, you don't have to do that, but that's just what I was shown. But yeah, I mean, ultimately there's a greater peace coming in around this. And that's actually, your peace of mind, your peace of soul is really, really important. So this Ace of Pentacles is a very, very important seed that wants to grow here. And so I think it really is something, really maybe spend some time with this Four of Swords energy, just thinking about what that is and envisioning it and becoming really clear on what that is and what is yours and what belongs to somebody else. So yeah, that's kind of the energy coming through for you, Pisces. And I actually think it's very, very empowering. So I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. We're going to leave the YouTube reading. We're going to look at what else is coming in with releasing this conflict, and then what's coming in with this energy here, which is where everything lands. Suddenly you feel like you can come back to the present again. You're not stuck in that past energy. What's this Three of Pentacles bringing in? This mastery, this skill. Where's this new opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles going once this stronger energy comes through? So let's see how this dynamic starts playing out further into the future. So that's all in the extended reading. We'll ask any clarifiers, any intuitive messages that you need to hear as well. And then we're going to focus in on career, money, love and relationships, and just zone in on those 3 areas. So that's all in the extended reading. I'd love it if you come over, Pisces. Hopefully that will give you a little bit more insight about all this that's going on here. And I usually pin it to the comments as well. This is where we're leaving each other. Thanks so much for joining me, Pisces. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, because that lets YouTube know that you're appreciating this content and it's a way of supporting the channel. So thanks so much, Pisces. Look forward to seeing you next time.